What if believing in soulmates is actually keeping you from finding true love? And what if there's no real perfect match? In this episode, I'm going to share shocking relationship advice and the secrets to finding a lasting love. But before we get into it, I want to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also my podcast, The Rainey Howard Show. And be sure to like and share this message with others who need to hear it. Let's get into it. A lot of people out there who are struggling with relationships, struggling with dating, struggling with connecting and being in a healthy relationship. And a lot of them believe that there's one specific person for them in the world, their soulmate, that they have to find. And they go on all of these dates, they enter into relationships, and then as soon as something isn't perfect or something goes wrong or someone doesn't say things the way they want them to say them or does something that gets to them, they're like, this is not the one, and they run. I want to share with you that when it comes to soulmates, now listen, I'm not knocking people's belief in soulmates. I personally am married to the love of my life. I've been married for 21 years and I'm happily married, and I love my husband, and we've been together for a long time, and we love each other. We have a deep connection. So not only am I a relationship expert and author, but I'm also a wife. So I can share from experience and from coaching other people that there is no perfect person, no perfect match. There is always room for improvement in relationships, just like we're not perfect. We have things within our own lives that we want to work on, improve, grow, develop. Same when it comes to relationships. And so there are a lot of people out there that are pushing away some really good relationship potential because they're not perfect. And that is a big issue. So these unrealistic expectations often lead to unhealthy relationships. If you have an unrealistic expectation of what a relationship is supposed to be, oftentimes you will enter into relationships such as love bombing, which a lot of people, may not know, but love bombing is in the beginning of a relationship when someone is constantly just overly giving of themselves and like catering to you and want to be next to you, want to talk to you every minute and moment of the day, gifting you things, flowers, and just overly excessively love bombing you. They're just, hey, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, and take this, and I'm here, and you have my all. What happens is in those relationships with love bombing, eventually it can lead to a person abandoning the very person that they love bombed, and eventually they can go ghost, they can get to cheating and do all of these toxic things, which leave the person confused because they're like, I thought you were the perfect person. You gave me all of this attention, love, affection, gifts, everything. And now you are just leaving. And a lot of times it's kind of like, well, that person love bombed you and gave you all those things just to set up some room for them to do what they were going to do eventually. And so these unrealistic expectations are unhealthy. And so you have to understand that there's no perfect person. When it comes to soulmates, I'm not gonna, take away your title. If you believe in soulmates, if you believe that there's one person for you, I want to encourage you to understand if that's true for you, that person is not a perfect person. I want you to understand that. There's no knight in shining armor that's gonna come and rescue you. There's no damsel in distress that you are coming to save, and they're just such a beautiful, perfect connection. All relationships come with challenges. All relationships come with room to grow, to develop, to learn each other, to understand each other, to talk through things, to disagree through things. There's no perfect relationship and no perfect person. So a lot of times this unrealistic belief in soulmates can leave you feeling frustrated and confused to why you haven't found the one, or what's wrong with me and why don't I have my perfect love. It can leave you feeling this way because it's not realistic. It's not reality. And so when you're constantly wondering why your relationships are failing and you can't keep a good relationship, it's probably because you're not doing the necessary work in the relationship with that individual, or maybe they're not doing the necessary work. So you have this sense of hopelessness around love, wondering if you're going to ever find the right one. Here's the thing. Love requires your work. It requires you to do the work with the other individual and to grow together, to learn together, to develop together, to understand each other and communicating together. So you may have the difficulty of letting go of the past and wondering if you missed out on the one. Maybe you was in a relationship in the past and you thought that was the one and it didn't work out, and you're thinking like, man, I missed out on the one. And that could have been an amazing relationship, and that person could have been great for you. But let me tell you, whether it's for you or if the relationship will work later on, it's really important for you to understand when it comes to moving forward in your life that there's no perfect person, that there's no perfect situation, that life has its ups and downs, and people are going to, not be perfect all the time, and people are gonna, make mistakes, and it's okay. And you just be there and you just understand and you grow. Maybe the relationship isn't for you, maybe it is for you, whatever. But learning to work through things and not just giving up because a person isn't perfect or because they're not that perfect soulmate that you believe you're supposed to have. That is what's holding you back. So I want to challenge you to let go of the soulmate myth. Instead of believing that that person is supposed to be the one for you and there's only one, and you're focused on waiting on the one, instead of doing that, begin to build a relationship with someone who shares your same core values, with someone who is similar and aligns with the things that you desire in your life. You can build a relationship through communication, through understanding, through ups and downs, and just beginning to navigate throughout life with each other. Ultimately, self-love is the foundation of it all. Having that self-love and knowing how to grow in that is really important to gaining a clear understanding of yourself, of your needs, and also connecting with an individual. Instead of focusing on the one and your soulmate, I want to share some things that you can begin to do to help you when it comes to relationships. So number one, you want to develop emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence helps you to navigate through conflict. It helps you to have better communication. And it also helps you to build a deeper emotional connection with your partner. When you have emotional intelligence, you can begin to learn about your partner emotionally as well as yourself. So as you build the self-esteem, the self-care, and the self-awareness, knowing more about your needs, you can also have those skills to learn about your partner, which will help you overall to have a better relationship versus just seeking the perfect partner. Next, you want to prioritize compatibility over perfection. Look for a partner who complements your growth and your future goals versus someone who is just perfect and has it all figured out. But no, think about what are the things you desire in your life and what do they desire? And do the two of you come together and are you compatible for each other when it comes to that? And finally, you want to commit to grow together. Healthy relationships are about growth and committing to one another and the development and the healing of each other emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Not saying that you should look for a partner to heal you, but as you are doing the work to heal yourself, they are healing as well. They're working on their self, and the two of you are growing together in a unit, creating love that develop and evolves over time. So I share a custom plan for you to begin to attract deep, lasting love in my book, The Love Habit. You're going to learn how to develop the techniques that lead to a happier life and healthier relationships. So you can go ahead and get your copy of The Love Habit anywhere books are sold. It's available right now. You can click the link in the description to get your copy, or you can go to your favorite bookstore or Amazon, wherever, and get your copy of The Love Habit. So you never have to struggle again about whether love is real or if it's for you, or you just not there, you just haven't found the one and it's just not for you or whatever. You don't have to struggle that way anymore. You don't have to think that way anymore. You can now be more at peace to know that there is no perfect soulmate out there, one person that has it all figured out for you, but that you can connect with a person with your values, with your goals, with the future you desire, and the two of you can work together in an imperfect relationship and develop a healthy communication, emotional intelligence, and connection with each other. So again, get your copy of The Love Habit and begin your journey to deep, long-lasting love. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode. I want to encourage you again to subscribe to my YouTube channel and my podcast, The Rainey Howard Show, and also be sure to share this message with others. I'll see you in the next episode.